Hi Scorpio, Scottish Gypsy here to do your fortnightly tarot and oracle reading. Scorpio, my name is Karen and readings go up on this channel fortnightly, means every 2 weeks. Having said that, on the alternate week I try and do some bonus readings, so highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button. Now Scorpio, we do have a beautiful new moon in Cancer this week, which is just lovely. Great time to manifest your desires, and Cancerian energy can be around relationships, family, home life. I forgot to mention during the pre-shuffle, 2 cards came out of this deck. It was attend to the details and reflect on your priorities. So I felt like there was a story there. I feel like there could be something important that you might miss. You know, reflect on your priorities. Maybe there's something that you're needing to spend more time on, okay? And attend to the details. You'll know if that's significant. Wow, this has been popular lately. Bottom of the deck, new moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. Quite a lot of signs have gotten that in the readings. So the universe is really calling on the broader collective to really be bold in terms of their career, their ambitions, their goals, and to take charge and step up and take the lead. So I like this energy collectively. All right, let's begin. Scorpio. Now I'm conscious that a lot of people that watch me are in the Northern Hemisphere. It must be kind of weird watching me wear a jumper. It's winter in Sydney, Australia, but it's a beautiful winter's day. In fact, yesterday was like 18 degrees, crazy. All right, what do we have? A card that stuck to me, and this is another busy card. This has been coming out in the collective readings generally as well. New moon in Scorpio, go deeper. And I have got leave the past behind, last quarter moon in Capricorn. Now, you know, there could be a situation in your past that perhaps during the retrograde you've been a little focused on. There could be something that you're needing to let go and leave the past behind. Focus on the next adventure, I'm hearing. Because new moons are all about that. They're about new goals, dreams and ambitions, things that we want to make happen in our life. And, you know, Scorpio, this is your card. So I do feel there is this new beginning or fresh new way of looking at life or a situation in your life. They're telling you to go deeper though. Now, if you're in a new relationship or friendship, this can be about, you know, developing a stronger, more intimate connection, you know. So, you know, it could be a time to let someone in or to go deeper in that relationship. But overall, I'm just feeling it's a new beginning in some area for you, Scorpio, and you're needing to leave the past behind. Let's see, Scorpio. Ooh, detoxify, full moon in Taurus. Okay, some of you, this might need to happen. Like maybe that's why the reflect on your priorities came through. Detoxify can mean that there's some sort of toxicity either around you or something that you're doing here. You know, it can be very much connected to overindulgence. You know, the shadow side of Taurus actually is gluttony or overindulgence or lack of moderation. So in some area of your life, that could be a theme. Some of you might already be working on this. You might be cleaning up your diet. You might be reducing your consumption of junk food, alcohol, smoking, vaping. I don't know, but there is definitely a need to detoxify. Some of you might have a strong Taurus placement. For example, I'm a Taurus sun, Scorpio rising. So don't forget actually to watch your sun, moon and rising, because it can be quite interesting seeing the connection between the 3 strong placements. Now we have honor your feelings. So they want you to connect with your intuition and your emotion. So maybe there's a need for a little bit of meditation here, particularly with the go deeper. You know, Pisces and Scorpio, both water, which does, you know, absolutely connect to our emotions and our feelings. And perhaps, you know, detoxification could be symbolic there really, because quite often we deal with difficulty in our life through overindulgence, right? So some people stress eat, some people, you know, drink too much when they're going through a tough time. And it can be a way of avoiding dealing with something emotionally, avoiding the pain. Yeah, perhaps there is a need for some healing here and to connect with how you feel and your deeper emotions in a situation. I felt called to split the deck, and I see be real, full moon and Aquarius. So it's a time to be real with yourself, to be honest and authentic. Okay, let's see. We'll work with the next oracle. And then we'll get an angel number and we'll get some tarot. I mean, they are saying, you know, it's time to play. It says you're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences that bring balance into your life. So whilst they're saying have fun and play, notice the word balance. So I want you to have fun, but moderation as well. But also I'm feeling work-life balance. Some of you are overindulging in one area. Perhaps that's why reflect on your priorities showed up. Tell me in the comments if some of you have been, you know, too much emphasis on work and not enough time for you or enough time for fun. And quite often, you know, the detoxification, like the overindulgence, can come when we are stressed and we are busy. We're not coping with the demands of life. Now we've got be honest with yourself, which is what I just said. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth, okay? And source will take it from there. So you've got a lot of synchronicity with the reading today already. I'm sure you can see that, Scorpio. They're wanting you to connect with your deeper emotions and feelings and be real. They're wanting you to be honest and authentic. And, you know, like there's something about perhaps, you know, when you are really honest with yourself or a situation or something that you need to deal with emotionally, that, you know, once you spit it out, once you get it out, and journaling could be really, really helpful for connecting with your deeper feelings and emotions at this time. Feels like there's angelic support with that as well. I feel called to shuffle. Okay, let's see. Scorpio. Scorpio. Now tell me in the comments, Scorpio. I haven't really asked this collective before. Where are you all from? So I'm originally from Glasgow, emigrated when I was 16, now live in Sydney, Australia, hence the weird accent. But yeah, maybe tell me where you're living now and perhaps even where you were born originally. Love to hear the travel stories. Okay, we've got make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance, pointing you towards your own joy, okay? You deserve it. Make a decision. This card's been really showing up in a lot of the readings as well. And look at that. It's time to play. It's time to also balance the scales, I'm hearing. And you had, you know, there was something about you looking at your priorities. I really feel like the universe wants you to get more balance, to have a little bit more fun, Scorpio. But some of you, there could be an important decision. And it's got here, no, it's not yet time. This is not the divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. Let's get one more. Scorpio, last card, and then I'm going to pull an oracle. Don't give up on love. Another card that's been showing up, flat out Brussels sprout. The universe is telling us all to keep prioritizing relationships and the healing of relationships. That no matter what, you know, you've gone through in a situation, that a relationship that you cherish can be healed. That's what this card says. Don't give up on love. And it's time to play. Let's get you an angel number and we'll start the tarot. Bottom of the deck, it's interesting because it does say take action and yet it's saying it's not the right time. So perhaps there's something about divine timing and it could be around a decision. But let's see. Scorpio. What is the angel number for Scorpio today? Please show me for Scorpio. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, the card is 4444. Something is a blessing in disguise here, which can sometimes feel like a setback or something not going your way. And the universe is saying, have faith because what's meant for you won't go by you, right? So if something doesn't, it is a blessing in disguise. It does say there might be some difficulties ahead and you may need to push through it, okay? But it says you've got this. And if you've been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. Okay, it does tell you that, you know, it's time to hang in there. So some of you might be struggling because at the bottom of the deck, I can see lighten up. Maybe that's why they're telling you to have fun. It's time to play. Tell me in the comments if you've been seeing repeating 4s. Maybe 444 on the clock. You know, 4s are connected to a firm foundation here, but I do feel some of you, there's a situation that maybe hangs in the balance, or you might feel that there's been a loss or a setback, and it's a blessing in disguise. I'm going to pull one more, Scorpio. Compromise. Okay, another connection to the scales. It does say that let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges. We did have that leave the past behind. Express your emotions and aim towards compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. The truth will set you free. Okay, so there could be a situation where you're struggling to bring balance to it, or, to achieve a situation where both parties are happy. Okay, I don't know what area of your life this is referring to, but it is also saying if if there is a lack of understanding, that it might just be time to move on, and you did have it's time to leave the past behind, so you'll know if that's relevant. And once again, they are telling you to lighten up. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, a new addition to the family. Good vibes will speed up the process. Beautiful. Okay, let's get tarot, shall we, Scorpio, and tie it all together. Oh, the Devil, and the Two of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Scorpio, there's a story here. I do feel there is a situation, and it could involve a relationship or a decision. And it feels like that could be the negative influence of the Devil energy here. Now, I can see why detoxify. If you are struggling with clarity or decision making or achieving a balance in your life, there's some sort of toxicity that you're needing to address. Now you'll know, because the Devil energy is your block, like whatever is holding you back in this lifetime. And it can be addictions, it can be negative patterns of behavior. It can be people, relationships that we know are no longer good for us, and we're needing to let them go. And Devil energy can suggest an attachment and struggling to release from that. So you'll know which one it is. But, sorry, it's a seaplane. But when you see the Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers, which is a choice card, next to the Devil, you can definitely see that there's a situation for a lot of Scorpios where someone's wrestling with a decision or a choice, and they're struggling with it. Anyway, let's shuffle. Ooh, the Moon. Okay, the Moon shot out. Now I'm going to put it out because it definitely wants to be seen today, but I'm going to keep shuffling. Scorpio, that's connected to Pisces and Cancer, but it also can connect to our emotions and the depths of that. Some of you might be feeling melancholy at the moment. You might be suppressing your emotions about something and you're needing to go deeper. Look at that, King of Cups, and that can be the suppression of emotion. But, someone says, no, this is how I handle life, handle a situation. I'm in control of my emotions. And perhaps you are, Scorpio, King of Cups. But I'm going to suss you out right now. Let's see what else for Scorpio. Gorgeous, the Star. And it's interesting, it's major for Aquarius. So there could be a significance around an Aquarius, whether it's a strong placement or someone you're dealing with. But I'm feeling it's around you being honest with something that you desire, because the Star connects to our wishes, the dreams that we have in this lifetime, the things that we want to realize. And this person is looking up at the heavens, right? And they're trying to realize the potential of something. And I feel that's what the universe is saying. But I'm also hearing it's one thing to dream about it and another thing to be about it, because reflect on your priorities and attend to the details can suggest that it's not just the magic of manifestation. You have to take action and, work towards it, okay, through whatever that is, like whatever action it is, because I don't know what your dream is, Scorpio, unless you want to share it in the comments. But I do feel like you're faithful at this time about something, or you're having to be hopeful in a situation. Queen of Wands, I like it. Is this you? Are you in the element of fire, or are you dealing with the fire sign Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? Because that's quite a powerful energy. The Queen of Wands is electric, magnetic. They can light up a room, Scorpio. So perhaps this is about the energy you're needing to bathe in. Fire, passion, inspiration. Okay, let's see, but I'm leaning towards Scorpio being in the King of Cups, so there could be a connection to a fire sign here, but let's get the next row. So 2 major arcana, we've got Pisces and Cancer energy with also Aquarius. Okay, card stuck to me, 7 of Pentacles. It's time for reflection. Assessment. I can see some more fire at the bottom of the deck, Leo energy. Let's get the heartbeat today for Scorpio. Please show me for Scorpio. Temperance. Funny that. Balance. Moderation. Okay, we saw the devil before. This is the angel of balance. So this is about focusing on moderation, focusing on harmony and balance in your life. It's a divine energy of healing. So you've got 2 of the divine healing cards in the major arcana showing up today. So yeah, it's a time of healing, which is beautiful. I am seeing that there could be someone in the wings though, or you're being very patient in a situation. Knight of Cups can be a romantic night. You can see that. They've got flowers, the white horse, the picnic rug, the invitation. So definitely you can talk about someone with romantic intentions. But because it's connected to patience, yeah, like maybe someone's patiently waiting before they take action. So there could be someone in the wings. It could be you, Scorpio. You might have your heart set on something or someone. Now, this could be a person that gets a lot of attention, or you are. You can always tell when my guides are around, my nose gets super itchy. So you've got Queen of Wands, 6 of Wands. Okay, so you can definitely see there's a person in their power getting a lot of attention. Turning heads, that could be you I'm describing. Let's see. Scorpio. 10 of Wands, interesting. 10 of Wands can be where you're feeling a sense of burden. Definitely with the moon. There could be some heavy emotions here, or a feeling of heaviness in the collective, because, you know, maybe that's why I was picking up on the lighten up card that kept showing up, because the 10 of Wands can talk about the baggage that we're carrying, or the weight that we're carrying, the burdens that we're carrying, right? So you might feel that that's where you're at right now. And perhaps that is why there is the need for balance, because can I tell you, the 10 of Wands in its strength, it is a person about to reach a goal, a milestone, the finish line. It's been a long road. It's been a tough, hard-going road. 10 of Wands is the end of a difficult chapter approaches. So perhaps that is exactly where you're at right now. And this could be in career. Wands can connect to business, your career, and I can see there could be success attached to some sort of milestone or goal that you could be realizing with the star card. Ooh, there you go. You get a nice little view. Now, can I also say the star and the 6 of Wands? I mean, some of my Scorpios, I don't know what you do for work, but you could be in positions where you're actually getting a lot of fame or acclaim or attention. So if you have got an online business or a social media following, this can talk about your following growing, but there's an air of celebration. So there is a lot of success showing up in the collective. I'll come back to the 7 of Pentacles in a moment, because I feel there is an adjustment needed somewhere. Could be around your money, by the way, with the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like you're needing to reassess your priorities in some area. Okay. Scorpio. Can I have one more, please? Card stuck to me. Look at that. Success is written all over this reading today. Fantastic. And even if it's just that you're in the energy of fame, acclaim, or attention, like, you know, you can embody success, bathe in the energy of what you're wanting to attract or be. Like, there could be that. So I'm not saying necessarily you're all famous or you all have social media followings or you're all on stage, but some of you could be, but it can be bathing in that energy of success. Another seaplane. I live on a river. It's beautiful and the door's open. We've got the 9 of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Wow. Okay, can I have one more, please, for Scorpio? Queen of Swords. Interesting, because I have got the 3 of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords can be heartbreak, it can be separation, it can be, you know, it's obviously a broken heart. And then the Queen of Swords can be someone who does something, usually through their words or actions or communication, that might hurt someone. They could make a decision to end a relationship or break up with someone. I don't know what this is, if this is you or another person. But let's come back. I do see it connected to the Three of Swords and the Devil. And I do see the King of Wands. So there could be something around a Capricorn, something around a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Because I can see a King and Queen of Wands. But there has been something that's gone on here, which is not particularly healthy. Three of Swords and Devil. Some of you might feel a temptation connected to a past person. You'll know if that's relevant. But because you're in the Queen of Swords, someone's thinking a lot about this situation. And I'm not sure that there's going to be the opportunity for a second chance. I'm not feeling that. I'm not sure it would be a good decision anyway with the Three of Swords and Devil. But you have free will here, Scorpio. You know, you're in the energy of Libra, so there is a sense that you're trying to do the right thing here. You're trying to perhaps have a conversation. There's honesty, integrity, clear thinking here with the Queen of Swords. Now also, can I just say, with Temperance in the Heart, which is a card of alchemy, doesn't matter what your gender is, but you can see the alchemy could be around the sword and the fire. So the fire, like I say, connects to your passion, your creativity, right? Your fire, your drive. And the Queen of Swords is your intellect, your brain power, your mind, the strength of your mind. So it could be that there's a situation that you're thinking about that requires some sort of alchemy or balance, all right? So you'll know if that's relevant. And it could be in order to realize the potential of something here. There could be success, acclaim, realizing some sort of dream or wish. Now also, look at this. It's quite a big reading. Hang on with me. We'll be finished in a second. But 7 to 9 of Pentacles, I want to also mention here, not only is there the opportunity for some sort of dream or success to be realized, there's also money, Scorpio. So I see growth. 7 to the 9 of Pentacles, there's growth, but I feel like there's also patience and planning. So in order to realize the material harvest, perhaps there is a shift in priorities, a shift in approach, shift in strategy, you'll know, or is it just being patient and hanging in there for something to be realized, 9 of Pentacles, because this is material success. 6 of Wands and 9 of Pentacles with a star. That's fantastic. So yes, that's where I'm going to leave it. I hope you enjoyed it. I know there is a lot there, but also they're pulling my eyes back to make a decision. The last card, whether you're a man or a woman, Queen of Swords, could indicate you might be ready to make a decision. And for a lot of you, it could be related to this situation here with a King of Wands or a Capricorn. So it could be an Aries, Leo, Sag. But it does seem like there's been some toxicity or heartbreak here. You'll know what's the right decision. God bless, love, and light.